Hey everyone, so basically in today's GFG POTD we have a problem, reorganize the array. So basically it is an easy level of problem, and as a problem mentioned here, given an array of elements, array of I with indices, which basically ranges from 0 to array.size -1. Your task is to write a program that rearranges the element of the array such that array of I is equal to I. If an element I is not present in the array, -1 should be placed at the corresponding index. So basically in this particular position, in this particular question, we have to reorganize the array. Like for example, here example 1 is given, where we have an element -1 -1 6 1 9 3 2 1 2 -1 4 and -1. So what we can do here, we have to organize in such a way like those elements which are present, we need to mention it on their indices value, and those values are not, if those values are not present at that places, we need to place -1 as it is. Okay, so here the explanation is given here. Here we can see there are 10 elements, so the sorted array will be like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So as we can see from the input that how many elements actually present, so they basically it is like 6 1 9 3 2 elements are present. So here I am. So but in our array we are not having 0 5 7 and 8. So at that place we have to put -1, and otherwise we'll be having elements. Okay, likewise in the second example, if we are talking about here 2 0 1, so while sorting we get 0 1 2, and while matching with the indices value, everyone is actually placed at their own place. So here we don't actually get any -1 value. So we need to solve this problem with an expected time complexity of order of n and expected obvious space of order of 1. So basically this is an easier problem, and it is like completely based on arrays and data structure. Okay, and let's try to solve this problem first. So for solving this problem, we have to first of all create a vector, uh, for which we have to store the final output, that means answer. So here I am declaring a vector of int type, and I have declared a vector by a variable answer, which I have to initialize with the size of an array. So before that, here I have to also define the size of an array. So int n is equal to, here we can say that array dot size. Okay, now once we have declared the size of an array, here we need to put inside the vector, that means we are creating the vector of array size, not more than that, not less than that. We have to create a vector according to the array size, and we need to completely fill it with -1 value. Now initially when we look at the vector, we got -1 values at all the places inside the vector. Now we need to do what? We need to traverse it inside the array and check which of the elements are actually present, and so for that, here we have to traverse it. So for that, here we can use for each loop. So for int, let's say int, and here I'm saying I, which basically traversing inside the array. Okay, and it is actually traversing automatically to all the arrays element. Okay, and here we have to give the condition. This is the only condition by which we can solve this problem. So here I've given a condition that -1, if -1 value is less than I may be starting from any value, we can say that 0 1 2 3 like that. And second condition will be here we have to take logical AND operator, and I must be less than n, that means the size of an array. Okay, now if this condition satisfies, then we can say that here, then here we need to store, here we have to store inside the vector, that means the final result. Here we need to store the values which actually present. We need to store inside the answer variable, that means in the answer vector we have to store that indices value. Okay, and if it is not, if the values are not present, then we have to simply return -1. Okay, so here we can simply return our answer. As -1 is already present, as I whenever I'm like declaring a vector, initially I like filled with -1. So if those elements are those elements are present, then or at that place we actually placing indices I at that particular index. Okay, and rest of all, if those elements are not present, automatically it will be like -1. So here we have returned our answer. Let's try to compile and run. So its compilation is completed and it's giving a correct output. So let's try to submit it. So yeah, it's submitted. So yeah, that's all for the today. Thanks for watching and keep supporting me.